The Riot Podcast, Thursday, March 2nd edition. The Riot, the show that asks so much.
Gives you so little.
And gives you so little. Yeah.
Oh, no.
We did ask a good question today, though.
Oh, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Including thanks to, I think it was William who texted in. He's a podcast listener from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you guys hear a question or a Would You Rather Wednesday, or just if you ever find anything you are curious about our opinion on, we really would love you to text it to us at 877-2RadioU anytime and just put that as for the podcast.
This is a crazy way to do things because this intro is supposed to be for the podcast that you're about to hear.
You're about to prep something for tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
You're just too excited. I knew you were about to do that.
Yeah.
I could already tell.
Actually,
ahead.
I have a
Let's ask
couple
the
questions.
question.
I just don't know which one we should ask tomorrow.
Let's give me. I'll pick.
All right. Comfort TV shows.
Okay, that's good.
The biggest argument you've had for the dumbest reason.
Okay.
Or
It's about to be the way you just said argument.
Well, hear out for the other one.
Or-
Maybe this one's worse.
Or a guilty pleasure. We can do songs, TV, movies, any guilty pleasure entertainment.
Well, that kind of feels like comfort, though. Like, so
Yeah,
for
it's
your
not
comfort
similar.
show-
It's definitely different.
1 and 3 are similar.
Definitely different.
Well, I pick comfort TV show.
All right.
I pick. What was the second one again?
The biggest argument
There
for
it
the
is.
dumbest
That
reason.
was your one.
No, you said it correctly that time.
What did I say the first time?
You said argument. And I was like, that's not how he says it,
Well,
right?
no, that's how I say
Isaiah,
it.
that's
I
Canadian,
missaid it the
okay?
second
You're right.
time.
Yes.
I say
I
argument.
forgot. It's a part of your accent.
It's argument.
We can do comfy TV shows.
All right, we'll do comfort
'Cause
TV
then
shows tomorrow.
If we do that tomorrow, maybe we'll get a couple of suggestions that we then want to watch over the weekend. So I think that's a good idea.
All right, comfort TV shows.
I've already got a couple in my head.
Thinking about what mine are. Okay.
And you guys can text in yours.
Actually, yes, of course. At 8772-RADIO-U.
And
But
we'll
for
talk
the
about
show today,
Yeah.
we do have other stuff.
For our
talked about
comforting
stuff.
show.
We talked about some of the best perks that your parents' job gave you as a child.
That was the good question.
That was good. We also
Yeah.
talked to the protest. Now, if you're a part of our video podcast, hop to the video before at Radio U Riot on Facebook or our YouTube channel, and then you can watch the interview.
Now that we know what's in today's podcast and tomorrow's, you guys want to, let's pre-sell Mondays too.
I won't be here.
Yeah. All right. And
I
Tuesday,
won't be here.
what do we got coming up on Tuesday?
We should really plan for next week to have some amazing stuff on Monday, because then you'll miss
I won't
out
even
on
be
it.
here.
Yeah.
It's going to be grand. I'm so excited. I'm traveling this weekend. Won't be around.
Maybe we should talk about that tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be a good thing.
Yeah.
A little
some
flight action.
Plane
huh?
strategy and stuff like
I'm
that.
excited. I can't wait. It's the first time I've been flying solo in a while.
Yeah, not going with anybody. Well,
Nobody's
you're meeting
flying
them
with me.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't pre-sell, though, too much, because then what if that people are like, well, I don't need to listen tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't care about planes at all.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
really my
afraid of
thing.
flying.
I don't even want to listen.
Yeah.
That might not be the best approach.
You better tune in tomorrow. It's going to be good.
All right. Well, enjoy the day today. And of course, enjoy this podcast. And hopefully you can be a part of the show somehow tomorrow.
And we'll catch you then.
Bye.
See you guys.
Your For You page would be a lot more fun if it had Hudson, Nikki, and Isaiah. Follow at RadioU Official on TikTok. The Riot. Radio U.
This is a bizarre story. In Station County, Nebraska, 2 men have been cited for killing a bald eagle.
Oh, I don't think you're allowed to do that.
You are not. That's why they got
Nope.
cited. They shot it with a rifle and killed it. But where it gets weird to me is they were going to eat it.
They were making a meal of it.
They were planning to cook it up. I assume, actually, it doesn't say cook. Maybe they're just going to eat it raw. They were planning to eat it, but somehow they were found out before they actually got to that point. So the authorities cited them for killing the eagle, and there's still, it's still an investigation ongoing. They could be charged with more things, but yeah, you're not supposed to kill an American eagle, much less eat it.
I think that's the ultimate offense against it.
Yeah.
But it's a protected species. They say the 2 needed an interpreter. They're from Honduras, and they had unlawful possession of the eagle. One of them didn't have a driver's license, and they did, like you said, use a rifle to shoot it.
Oh, no.
So
It does say they plan to cook it.
Oh, it does for sure.
That alleviates a lot of my concerns.
Okay, they were planning on eating it.
Yeah.
Did they just not have an idea that it was a bald eagle? Like they didn't know the significance of it, or?
I guess that's possible, right?
It is.
If if you just see a bird and you're hungry and you don't have much else going on, then maybe that's what you happen to have a gun in your hand.
It's a big bird.
Yeah, seems like there'd be a lot of meat on it. I saw the eating it is what's odd. But, because people have shot eagles, that's why they're like an endangered species. People used to kill them all the time until finally we started protecting them. But, so that's not that odd, although it's wrong. But the eating thing at first, I was like, well, that's crazy. But then I thought, but if given the opportunity,
Yeah.
would I eat an eagle?
No.
If it was okay?
No.
Well, you don't know what it's like.
No, it'd be like one of the weird meats where they're like, here's eagle jerky. It always comes in jerky form.
If it's jerky, then I feel like all jerky's kind of the same. So I think I could definitely do that.
I don't know. I feel like it would be just a real stab at our country.
It would but what if you're like in a foreign land?
And you just didn't realize. I think it's a difference if you didn't know if it was a, protected species. But it is to us odd, but it is probably no different.
But just because it's protected doesn't mean it wouldn't taste good, though.
Well, I know. I think that's why they had to protect it.
Yeah, that's why people were hunting the eagles, because they tasted so
tasty.
good. Yeah. Well, that is, now it just makes me hungry for eagle.
B-dubs isn't doing like their eagle wings.
No, but think about how cool it would be if they did.
No.
If only, we've got to start, what we need to do is build up the eagle population. We got to start breeding them in
farm eagles?
Yeah, farming eagles and see how they taste. But on that note, though, I have a related story out of Utah where their Division of Wildlife Resources is encouraging people not just to hunt bullfrogs because they're an invasive species, but they're saying they might be kind of tasty.
Okay, so make up your mind, guys. Are we supposed to do things or not?
Well, because they're opposite. There's too many bullfrogs. There's not enough eagles, so stop eating eagles and start eating bullfrogs is what they're telling us.
Well, you can't even shoot a bullfrog. You'd probably have to catch it a different way.
They're pretty big, though.
Oh, I don't know. You'd probably just blow the thing
I think
to
if
pieces.
you did, it probably would. It feels like it would make a mess. So you just catch it, though, and just boil it.
They say...
Boil it alive.
Oh, I couldn't
like a
do
lobster.
It. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. Just trying to hop out of the bowl or the pot.
Well, no, here's how you do it, Nikki. I'll teach you how to boil a frog.
It's just slowly.
You put you put it in a pot of regular water.
Yes.
And then slowly turn
We've
up the heat.
We've all heard that before.
Yeah.
Like, are
and then
we
all of
being
a
boiled alive
sudden,
and we don't know?
all of a sudden, you've got a nice, tasty boiled frog on your hands.
Gross. Good luck to anybody else who wants that.
So you'd rather have eagle than frog, given the opportunity.
I don't want any of it. They say, though, that it tastes like chicken, just a little chewier. Some people think it more leans towards like a fish taste. So if you like chicken or fish, you would love bullfrogs.
I think, down in Louisiana, right, they have the frog legs and whatnot. I think I could get behind that.
Oh, I feel like you could do.
Yeah.
You could do frogs.
We should do that on the show.
What? Not this show?
Yeah, I think we should.
I can't come in that day.
You can. It's just a frog. It's just like chicken.
Oh, Frog Friday.
Yeah, let's do it.
No.
Hey, they're already eating anyways. Might as well do it on the show. The Riot with Nikki and Hudson. Radio U.
Coming up this weekend, Isaiah's got a trip.
Ooh, that's right.
Boom.
You are going out this weekend.
I am. I'm leaving.
Do the boom again.
Boom.
He's booming.
Is it Scottsdale?
I'm going to Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. That's it. Boy, you have enough trips planned when I can't
what a beautiful time of year to go to Seattle too.
I know. It's like snowing there currently, so nice and cold.
Oh,
it's
you're
gonna be great.
Love it.
You're not staying in an Airbnb this time around, are you?
I am.
You are.
I am.
You better be on your best behavior.
I will be a good boy.
And you better make sure all of your friends that you stay with behave too, because I just found out that on Airbnb, of course, they have some people that they will ban, right, for being a nuisance, a problem, throwing parties, stuff like that.
If you break enough rules, they'll ban you.
But it's not just the people who actually break the rules. You're guilty by association as far as Airbnb is concerned. They have confirmed that they ban people that they say are closely, you can't see, it's the radio, closely associated, I'm doing air quotes, because that's what they say, closely associated with troublesome guests.
Oh, then they'll ban you?
So if Airbnb has reason to think that one of your friends is an Airbnb problem, they consider you an Airbnb problem as well, and they will ban you as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If you're banned, can you get back, or can you apologize, or
I don't know how that works.
write a sorry email?
You've never been banned?
I've never been banned. A lot of times when you do get banned, it just depends if it's like a lifetime ban or maybe you get suspended. I think it's the other. Maybe your account's suspended for a while.
Do you know anybody
You're
that's happened to?
suspended from Arizona.
Yes, you cannot
Or
return.
Washington, you're I just can't go back to the state.
But what it says here is, now this is odd. So if they think you're likely to travel with somebody that they've already banned, then they may ban you as well. They may or may not. It's up to them. But then if you are banned for being closely associated with another Airbnb problem, you can't get reinstated unless they're also reinstated.
Oh, the person?
Yeah. So
that's
dang.
a lot.
if your friend Dan is banned and they think you're closely associated to Dan, you're not getting back unless Dan also gets back. Unless, there's one other thing. Unless you can prove without a reasonable doubt, I guess, that you're not closely associated to Dan, the problem.
Yeah, if you can prove that. They say that basically this is an Airbnb loophole that a lot of people do, because if someone does get banned, but your friend group wants to still stay somewhere, then they have someone new in the friend group use their
Book it.
credit
Yeah.
card and their booking, when really the trouble person is still coming along.
So you could have a whole, your whole posse could all
end up banned.
end up banned because of one guy if he gets a few too many in him and throws stuff down the stairs or something.
You guys always act like you clean up, though. So
Yeah, I
you're
do
not
a good
getting
job.
banned.
Yeah, you're not going to get banned, are you?
No, and the good thing is too, if I do get banned, you guys can also get banned, because I always use a RadioU promo code or something. I put Isaiah RadioU on all my bookings, so it'll get tried back to you too.
He was just why is my
Yeah.
work email getting nothing but Airbnb stuff?
And
Yes.
I'm going to be so confused the next time I try to book an Airbnb. I haven't traveled I haven't even used Airbnb. Why are they
Doesn't
banning
matter.
me? It's all Isaiah's
They're
fault.
afraid
It is
of
me.
you already.
Well, just another reminder to take it easy at your Airbnbs, because you could be ruining it for you and all of your friends.
And nothing's worse. We all have that one friend. The one friend who doesn't care, who just does
Yep.
what they want to do, and
Yeah.
and then you have to live with the consequences.
Yeah, well, don't let you be that friend, at least, even though you still might have to deal with their consequences.
While Isaiah is wishing for a girlfriend, Nikki and Hudson are just wishing for any friend at all. The Riot. Radio U.
Last week, was it last week? The day I missed work?
Oh, yeah,
'Cause-
that's when we talked about it.
Yeah, you and Isaiah, you talked about a guy who survived for how long on a boat?
I think it was a month.
A month on
Yeah,
a boat,
almost a month.
mostly with ketchup and bouillon cubes. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
It is.
his name was Elvis. He was a sailor who was swept away by a current on a boat, but it didn't seem like it was a big boat or a lot to it. And he spent nearly a month surviving on, I think they said mostly ketchup packets.
Yeah, mostly ketchup. And so Heinz, that was why you guys talked about it, right? That Heinz was on a search for this guy.
Yes, they tried to
because-
find him through their Navy in that area, and no one
Heinz
the guy
has a Navy?
No, the guy I forget which country it was in, but they just tried to find the guy who found the group of people that found him, but he kind of disappeared when he was rescued.
Well, I have good news. They found him.
We
They
found him.
They found Elvis, the ketchup boat guy. Heinz
Wow.
finally tracked him down.
They wanted to give him a big boat.
Yeah, but I
The
don't-
Heinz boat.
Yeah, it's crazy that it took so long, right? I mean, it's been close to 2 weeks, it looks
You
like.
could find me so easily. Where was this guy been?
But maybe the guy who was they weren't doubting his story. He was literally rescued from the boat and he survived on water with ketchup, along with packets of seasoning, which just sounds awful. But maybe he became
It'd be
sort
so
of
salty.
Yeah, maybe he became so popular in that area, he just kind of hid out for a while
Maybe.
and couldn't find him.
He was a local celebrity for a while.
You think so?
No.
But so now he gets a new boat from Heinz, right? And this is what I don't know. I know you guys talked about it, but did you say maybe he was hiding because he doesn't want, you spend
the
a month.
attention.
No, maybe he doesn't want to go boating or eat ketchup anymore because he just did that for a whole month and he's probably sick of it.
That's true. You could sell the boat.
That's what I was going to say. You
Could
just sell
the
that boat.
And do we also know? I know Heinz has been trying to find him. Are we even sure he was eating Heinz ketchup? It could have been any ketchup.
They actually say it wasn't necessarily Heinz, but Heinz respects that he lived off ketchup for so long.
I don't know. I don't like this Heinz situation.
So they want to deliver a boat to him and give additional support for him and his family.
You think the boat's going to be white, red?
Well, I would just want a boat. Like, I don't want it wrapped in Heinz.
Oh, it's going to be wrapped.
No.
Yeah.
If they're giving it to you,
the
it's wrapped.
SS Heinz, Nikki.
Yeah, it's going to be red.
No, you got to come up with a clever Heinz boat name.
Yes.
I think it. But if it's white, then it would show the ketchup stains if he ate a bunch
It's
of
going
ketchup
to
in
be
it.
white, and then they're going to have like some like Heinz on the side or something.
Well,
red.
it would have, boats have like that stick that goes off the front for something for
Yeah.
some reason. I don't know why. It'd be a ketchup bottle.
Be a ketchup bottle.
Oh, and you know how you christen a boat?
The anchor is a ketchup bottle.
Yeah.
You know how you christen a boat, right?
Yeah.
With the wine, you break a bottle of
champagne,
champagne.
yeah.
You do it with a bottle of ketchup. They don't do that.
Are you planning the ceremony where they
Heinz,
present
if you need
it?
some more ideas, I think you can get a little more creative with it.
You sound a bit like a party planner with all
You
those
look so
details.
proud too when you
I
said
know
that.
the ketchup
You
ketchup
go,
bottle
they're
idea.
gonna do it with a bottle of ketchup.
Oh, the life jackets are all just like Heinz and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay, they want to present that, and it seems like they want to give a few other things to the family.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's money, and you're not getting like just random Heinz.
We'll get you a
mugs.
ketchup
Once
keychain,
again, I think if you ate
a Heinz hat,
Oh no, a beach towel or
a
something.
beach towel, yeah, a water bottle. They're gonna get you some pens.
all the stuff you hardly need at
Yeah,
all.
no offense, but Heinz, I think he wants money.
He gets
so.
the same stuff that he would get if he entered a contest by email.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, glad you survived.
At least he's been found, and again, he
Yeah.
gets some boat and some other stuff from Heinz, so he's been located.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
Huge news came out yesterday from KFC. Everyone getting excited because KFC has announced the return of the Double Down sandwich.
So that's the 2 chicken sandwich things with like the cheese and more meat in it.
It's got
Bacon.
no bun, but it is a sandwich because it's 2 pieces of fried chicken acting as a bun, and then bacon, cheese, and your choice whether you want mayo or spicy sauce in
Now,
between.
if you want a bun, they are doing the bacon and cheese chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
So you can get that, or you can get the double down version.
But why would you do that when you could get the Double Down?
Why don't you get the double down and ask for a bun, and then you get more chicken?
Yeah, that's called tripling down.
There it is.
And that sounds really good, actually.
So that's all coming out on March 6th.
Now, the Double Down, originally, it came our way back in 2010, and it was a phenomenon. They sold over 10 million sandwiches in the first month. It was huge. And then they brought it back. I don't know exactly when it went away. They brought it back in 2014, but that was the last time 9 years ago, the last time we had the Double Down.
You could probably go back and say it pre-started the chicken war stuff.
Yeah.
Pre.
It was the first phenomenon, right?
Yes, it was like, oh wait, chicken sandwiches, even though in this case it's bunless.
Yeah.
But then with the whole Popeye stuff, it just kind of, reignited everybody's love for like a chicken fillet.
Yeah, things were different back in 2010, I feel. I don't know. I was young when the Double Down came out, but I know that I was like, Mom, you got to drive us to KFC. You got to take us so we can get one of these sandwiches. And I got one. And I think I only got this once because here's what I don't know. And tell me if you've seen this. How much is it going to cost?
Well, I haven't seen.
Because
There's a lot more probably now.
2010 prices were different, right? And it was still, I remember it being like, whoa, this is expensive for fast food. So would it surprise me if this is like $16 or something?
No, it can't be that much.
I think it could be that much. It's going to be, I feel like it was like $13 in 2010 when I was a child, So I feel like it could, maybe I just thought everything was expensive then because I was a kid.
That's
I
true.
don't
Maybe
know.
we should ask your mom instead.
Yeah.
And, it was 2 chicken patties, so
I know,
it is more expensive.
It's a lot. But the other thing I wonder is, like, people remember this and they liked it or whatever. It was a good sandwich. It was good. but could you just do this at different places if you wanted to? Just, I mean, anytime you want, go to Popeyes
and
just be like, hey, I want
make
to
your own version.
Yeah, can you give me 2 patties, 2 of the chickens, and no bun? It's a dietary thing. I can't have bread, but I need the chicken patties. And then maybe slap some bacon and mayo and cheese in between.
Well,
but they would do that for you, right?
It's been interesting to see because some of the promotion of this, I think I'm getting the vibe that they're trying to make it seem like it wasn't a viral hit before, and they for some of the promotion, like it's acting like it's also new.
Well, it's been so long.
And the bacon and cheese chicken sandwich thing is also new too. So I saw someone like, this is going to be the best thing ever. And I was like, well, wait a minute. This thing's already been around.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but it was already around.
But there's a lot of people. I mean, anybody probably younger than me.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah, because I was pretty young when it came out. Most people probably don't, a lot of the people, especially that would want this, that have the metabolisms to handle this, they probably don't remember it.
So it'll all start on Monday, except if you are a super fan and you signed up for early access, that starts today. But I think that was already if you first come, first serve, sort of already signed up for it.
Yeah, I thought I was a super fan, but since I didn't sign up, I guess not.
You said you haven't been to KFC in a while.
It has been a while. There's a Popeyes closer, and Popeyes is
You like
better,
Popeyes more.
But I like the double down. So cannot wait.
We're not sure who behaves worse, the Riot or their dogs.
I don't even know how to behave like a real human being.
The Riot, Radio U.
I didn't know this could happen. Illinois, their men's college basketball team, having an okay season until they lost to Ohio State. It's pretty embarrassing. Boom. But on Sunday, they lost
2-game win streak, by the way.
Ohio State.
You're really into the boom thing now.
Yeah.
Love it.
And since that game on Sunday, one of their star players, Matthew Mayer, he has missed practice every day since.
Is he sick?
He's sick.
Is it the norovirus?
No, it's not the norovirus. He has missed practice for several days due to caffeine poisoning.
How much was he drinking to get caffeine poisoning?
Let's see if this sounds about right to you. He says he had 5 Monster Energy drinks directly following the game against Ohio State on Sunday night.
And that caused
Sunday afternoon. And yeah, that was enough to give him caffeine poisoning that has kept him sick and out of practice for several days now.
They say symptoms of caffeine overdose could be breathing trouble, changes in alertness, agitation, confusion, hallucinations. Wow.
That'd be tough to shake, I guess, because you wouldn't be able to sleep it off.
But maybe it's because, so what, like he was playing before?
Yeah.
Like playing basketball. So maybe because his body was so energized and alert as it is. Like maybe we are docile, we can handle 5. But his body was already like really going.
Our energy levels are usually pretty low.
They're so low.
Yeah. Like
so then you add a bunch of caffeine to the equation. It just makes us normal.
They say, you can even die from like too much caffeine.
Yeah.
But that's like 1,000 milligrams in a short period of time.
That's how much he drank?
That's how much he drank, yeah.
Is that bad?
That's a lot of milligrams of caffeine.
Well, they say when you consume 100 milligrams of caffeine, it raises your blood caffeine levels, meaning it could take about like 40 cups of coffee to end up being lethal. So 40 cups of caffeine.
So he's a long way from, obviously he's still alive, but he's a long way from it being a fatal situation.
He's about halfway there.
Yeah.
Halfway there.
And they
so
say
you
that
drink 10 Monsters and you're dead?
Your symptoms are very bad during the first 20 to 48 hours, but if you have caffeine poisoning, it can last as long as 7 days.
Ouch.
Wow.
For you to finally start feeling better. So, yeah, I guess that's why he would still be out for practices.
What was he doing? Why did he need
He was playing
5?
video games.
He got lost in the moment.
Irresponsible.
I always warn Eric about that because I think he actually likes the taste of energy drinks.
Oh, so do I.
So that's the
They
problem.
taste so good.
They taste good, and you forget. You drink them like you're drinking water.
I wonder, Monsters are different, though. Like, you drink the Alani News, they're little tiny, little slender little cans.
Same amount of caffeine.
Same amount, even though it's a smaller can?
More potent, you could say.
Well, don't drink too many then.
Oh, I keep it low, just like one a day.
Also, we can't afford to be having 5 or 6 of those a day. That's why they're so expensive.
Maybe he has an NIL deal with Monster
He
Energy.
should now.
Yeah, now he messed that up. Or maybe
I think he made it.
you think
I think he should reach out to Monster now and be like, I'm your biggest sponsor.
they need to
'cause
repair their image with him
Monster's
now.
like, don't say us, because some are saying he had 5 to 6 of them. And he consumed them, and it was after Sunday, after their loss to Ohio State.
Well, speedy recovery, I guess, to Matthew Mayer. That's
Super speedy.
That's scary.
It's not, no, you
It's
just
a cautionary tale.
you just have to wait it out. You have to wait for your body to kind of readjust after it.
You drink a lot of water.
Pee
Yeah,
it
you have to
out.
Go to
Flush
the
it out.
bathroom a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
That's the only way.
Disinformation, mispronunciations, bad impressions. That's Hudson. This is The Riot on Radio U.
You might want to look up to the night sky tonight. I think it's always a romantic activity to look up at the stars. But that's special. So you know, put out a blanket.
Yeah, but we talked before, like in our area, I think we have too much light pollution.
No, you're just not looking up.
We just don't get
it's
enough.
light pollution from your phone shining on your face.
Is that it?
Yeah. No,
Because every time they tell us, oh, go outside and look out something, first off, they're like, go out real early.
Yeah.
And we barely get enough sleep as it is. And then you go out and look and you're not seeing the same
No,
thing.
you can see these because I've observed these the last few nights. And now what is going to happen, the sky's going to get even more romantic tonight because Jupiter and Venus are going to kiss.
Oh, because they'll look like they're closer together.
They're going to get right up on each other.
Aw, little smoochy.
Yeah, and move on in, and they're going to touch.
I like the article. They're like, they're not really going to kiss. Like, they put that in the article.
They're
like you're
thousands of miles away from each other in
It just-
actuality.
They will seem like they're closer together.
Yeah, which would be cool to see. They're so bright. Have you noticed that if you look at nighttime like this, when we come in the morning, I don't think you can see them. But if you walk out of your house after sunset,
I'd have to go out tonight.
yeah, but you should notice them. I mean, they're still going to be there. They're not going to disappear. They're just tonight. They'll be so close. But I think it's this direction.
Okay.
Which is
radio can't see that.
No,
but
which direction is this in? Like west?
West, yeah.
West. Okay, if you look out to the west from wherever you are, you should be able to see them just normally. And they're Venus and Jupiter, very bright. You should see them for several nights, but they won't be so close, so intimate as they will be tonight.
So Venus and Jupiter are actually 400 million miles apart.
Mm-hmm.
A little space talk, guys. More than 4 times the distance that we are from the sun, but they'll look closer tonight, and it looks
But
like
it's
they're
amazing. It just
kissing.
goes to remind you how no matter how far away you are from someone, you can still be in love.
And be in
You can
love
still
with-
have a connection. You can still have a connection and keep your relationship strong.
And you're right. They say right when the sunset happens tonight, that's when you should go out and
That's
look
the
for
time.
it. Yeah, you should not be getting up during the night or get up early tomorrow. You have to do it right after sunset.
Well, you and your special someone, just tell them, hey, let's go watch the sunset, and there'll be 2 kisses going on.
Aww,
if you know what I
mean. That whoever you invite out won't even notice. Something's going
Because you'll be so busy kissing each other.
You
Yeah.
won't notice these.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow at Radio U Official. The Riot. Radio U.
This is taking place in Peru, where it's the story of a delivery driver, and his name is Julio, and an 800-year-old mummy.
Oh, a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Love.
He
So a
call-
standard love story.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Feels hallmarky,
Yes,
doesn't
it does.
Julio calls his girlfriend, he calls the mummy his spiritual girlfriend.
Oh, there's video. That's weird.
He's named her Juanita,
Yeah.
and she stays with him.
Beautiful name.
The mummy has
couple.
been
Yes.
has been living with him. The reason this is in the news is because the authorities discovered the mummy. Again, 600 to 800 years old.
It's an actual mummy.
It's a real mummified corpse, and they found it in a bag of food because he's a food delivery man.
Oh, does that mean?
No, it wasn't next.
That's what it means.
It was.
It does.
Hang on, I
Yes.
can't get over that.
You've been eating it.
Oh, that's okay. It's been in the same delivery bag.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in the same. It's a cooler bag, like they would put the pizzas in or whatever.
He's a DoorDasher.
It's
Yeah.
it's literally the same logo as DoorDash, but it's the Uruguayan equivalent. It's called Pedido ya, and or pedidos ya.
So he would carry around his girlfriend mummy corpse in the cooler bag.
Yeah, they found the guy. He was drinking beer at an archaeological site in the city of Puno.
Sounds like a date.
Yeah, they were having a grand old time.
Oh, they
him
met?
and Juanita. And so somebody spotted him doing that. I guess you're not supposed to do that. Then they started talking to him. They found the mummy in his delivery bag. And so they've confiscated the money. Or the mummy, I should say.
Did you see the one picture where it's just the cooler and then they propped up the mummy next to it? It looks fake and it's just the head. It's like, hello. It just pops out to the side.
It gets better if you keep reading.
Oh, I keep
It does
reading.
because so this is his spiritual girlfriend. It's been living with him for a while, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't realize Juanito is actually a Juan.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a man.
It's a man.
Surprise!
A mummified man. A 45-year. They say that the authorities believe that Juan, the mummy, was about 45 years old, 4 foot 11 inches, and died about 600 to 800 years ago.
Well, he had a slight frame, you know.
That's
He's
all
4 foot
right.
11, a little shorter
yeah,
guy.
petite.
Yeah, you didn't know any better.
Yeah,
Now
so
I can't order delivery anymore.
you can. This is a different country.
It doesn't matter if that means that can go on there. This can go on anywhere.
I guess it certainly can.
And I also want to see a picture of what this guy looks like, but they're not showing him.
The guy?
Yeah, I want to see not the mummy. I want to see what the guy who was carrying around the
I
mummy.
don't know if I see him anywhere, unfortunately. So that is too bad. But I don't know. It's probably standing in the way of him getting an actual girlfriend, would you say?
I would say probably.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
He was actually taking care of the mummy and had it living with him and sleeping in his bed with him. So
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right. Well, now he knows, and you can't do that.
it's a beautiful love story.
He's
though.
learned, you know?
Yeah.
He's better off now.
You think so?
He has to be. I mean, how much lower can you get?
The
What if
mummy's
he's-
like, can you please put me back?
Yeah.
What if he just can't sleep now? He's home alone and he just
He can get one of those
pining for Juan.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
A perk when you're a kid of the jobs your parents had.
Ooh.
So think about what your parents did and what their jobs were, and then what did you get out of that because you were a kid?
Yeah.
That was like something free or something you got to do. You got anything good?
Oh, I assume, Isaiah, you're going to take the charge on this. Your parents have a toy store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have
they
a
always
wonderful
have a toy
childhood.
store like when you were a kid? Is that the whole
From
time?
the age of 3 years old on, they
so
owned the
everything
toy
you
store.
remember.
Yes, I always remember being able to go to the toy store, having toys, things like that. So that for me,
Did
obviously.
they give you toys that didn't sell or like?
See, I don't know. I don't really remember being little and having toys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember hanging out at the toy store a lot. And so it felt like they were all my toys, you know? It felt like I owned the whole store. And that was a big
Yeah.
plus for me. My
That's-
father was an electrician. And so there wasn't a lot of benefits to that other than he knew how to fix things. And so that's more benefiting me now than it was as a child. But my mom was the main go-ahead on the toy store thing. And so obviously my childhood was pretty luxurious with all the toys. It was
Probably
pretty grand.
easy to babysit you too.
You just sit me down at the toy store.
Yeah, pop you at the toy store. You're good to go.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Can you got anything good, Nikki?
Well, my parents did construction, so they would build apartments and stuff. And so I think I just remember you could
So
always
easy to get rid of a dead body then.
Precisely.
You could always go to the construction site. And so a lot of times places that would be roped off and you would not be allowed to go, you could always go. And then I also remembered being very early on, I could always have a cell phone because they always had a bunch for all the workers. And so my phone has always been built into all the workers.
The plans and
Family
whatnot.
plans.
And so
The
I
business plan.
I just remember being like, yes, I will take a phone.
Wow.
Because, we're working on the site.
That's a real good
You never
perk.
know. So, yeah, I just remember all that.
She was 6 years old with a phone in hand and a hard hat on at the same time.
And I still have a construction phone to this
Yes.
day.
Wow. I can't top any of that. I asked this question knowing that my answer would not be nearly as good as most people. But if you want to text in 8772 Radio U, what your parents did and what kind of perk you got out of that when you were a kid. For me, my mom didn't work. Her job was dealing with us.
There's perks to that.
There was perks of and this goes in hand with being homeschooled too, is that there was days we'd just get off of school and we'd go do something, which usually involved fast food. So that was cool. Like in McDonald's.
At least you got to hang out with somebody.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you went home after, or I guess you went home with your mom anyways, because when we went home, no one was there.
No one was there.
Yeah.
No one there.
Everyone was at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let yourself in.
There was always siblings, and then my mom, she'd just be driving us around, and we'd go to the mall or whatever. If she had an errand to run, especially when we were young, that meant no school because she's got to take you with her
Everything
to go to
adds
Lens
up.
Crafters or whatever it is.
That was a class.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. And then for my dad, he worked at a greenhouse, so like free flowers. That's like
That was it.
that
Okay.
was about
Whoa!
it, yeah.
Listen, your dad is wonderful, but it's not the strongest.
No.
No, that's not a
wasn't.
strong case
That
there.
wasn't a good case. But if you can top that, which it's going to be hard to do, 8772 Radio U, the perks of your parents' job when you were a kid.
What did you get?
Yeah.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
What was a perk of your parents' jobs for you when you were a kid? This question comes to us from JR. I don't even know his answer.
Oh, and it's RJR. I forgot that.
RJR.
Yeah.
I'm not. Somebody didn't text us in. JR mentioned this. I thought that's a good thing to talk about.
That's a
and
good
then
question.
I didn't find out what his answer is. But Isaiah's parents, his mom worked at a toy store, so I mean, obvious. Nikki, your parents did construction, so you got a construction phone plan.
No, and I also remember like when we were younger, my dad brought home like instead of having a mower, he had like a huge tractor.
Oh, nice.
And we lived in a subdivision. So, like,
This huge thing.
there's no reason why we needed to have that, but you just have like fun perks.
You just
with
had to
that.
fit in
Yeah.
the construction.
You just were able to bring it home.
And so, what are people texting in? Mine were not as good. But
Oh, yours was fine.
They were
Yeah.
great.
okay.
You got like flowers.
It's fine. You know what? Everything about me isn't exciting and fun. There's a few things.
William texted in his parents had been missionaries, and so he was able to travel the world. Like, that's an actual
that's a good one.
That's a
you
good
could
one.
Go live in different places.
Yeah.
Aaron's dad was an auto mechanic, so that was good when you had to keep older cars running in college. But
Yeah.
learned a ton and enjoyed spending time at the racetrack and in the garage with him.
My dad's dad was a mechanic, and I wish my dad picked up more of what.
Oh, to learn from him.
Would help you out more
It
today.
would, yeah.
Aaron, when I read your thing, I thought the racetrack, I thought horses first.
Oh, jeez.
It was cars. Tim says, I have a beat Hudson. My dad was in the Air Force, so I got medical and full access to the bases.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Laura, I like yours. Mom worked for Honda, and one year they rented out Disneyland for the night. So the employees were the only ones there. They walked through all the lines, all the food, drinks, snacks, all free. You just walk up to a cart, told them what you wanted, and you got it.
That's an epic one.
That's nice.
That's tough to beat right there. Disneyland to basically to yourself. That's wild. Well, man, now it's I don't know why. I like my parents.
You don't have any other ones? I've got some other ones.
You have more perks.
I have more perks, but not from my exclusive parents, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like those second moms you have, you know?
Sure.
They're like your aunts and stuff like that. It's like my Aunt Kathy, her and my Uncle George do like an energy, like protein drink like brand. And so whenever like after my games growing up, they would always bring me like energy drinks and protein bars, and they still do that like whenever I see them today.
Whoa.
They'll always have like free energy drinks and stuff for me, which is like the best because they're super good too.
Yeah.
And so like for my
Where's that at
birthdays.
for work.
Well, you know, Hudson's got them before.
I had it. It was good.
Yeah,
It was
Hudson's
good.
Nikki, you just don't hang around long
You were
enough.
on vacation.
Yeah, and then like my other
Kathy,
one, I
come
know.
on.
And then my other one would be like my Holly, who's like another one, like my second mom's. She
Yeah.
was the secretary at this school that I went to, in like high school and like middle school, and so she was always around.
Yeah.
And so after school, a lot of times I could just like stay with her. She could just take me home, type stuff. So I didn't have to ride the bus or find a ride and stuff like that. So that was
nice.
another perk. And there was one day I peed my pants at school, and she just drove me home. I changed my pants, and then she brought me back.
Hey,
I was
that
in like
is a
fourth
perk.
grade at the time, so that was a big
That's-
perk. She saved me a lot of embarrassment embarrassment of having to wear like the pee pants, sweatpants the whole day.
Or tie a hoodie around your waist.
Yes.
That's your outfit?
Yeah, Holly just drove me home, and so I was able to change.
Oh, man, she wasn't good enough, though, because, like, with my grandmother, not for your reason, but she would just take me sometimes for, like, lunch, and then she just let me stay home. Like, why did she bring me back?
Nope, I came back.
Arthur, thanks for texting in. They had a restaurant growing up, and it had video games there. So, like,
oh, nice.
the big ones,
arcades.
and they had the stash of quarters behind the counter, so you could always get into those.
Nice. That's awesome. I was thinking of my second parents. My best friends, their family was dairy farmers. I never got any milk.
You never got any?
You never even got a glass
I didn't even get
of the good stuff?
Not straight from the cows anyway.
Dang.
And then Colin texted in, said my dad worked at a warehouse, so we got to take home lost TVs from salvage.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
I love it. That's good.
Man.
And then Stephanie, this one's good. Mom worked at Ohio State when I was in high school, so I received 50% off my tuition as a student.
Dang.
That's pretty good.
That's actually quite nice.
Makes me want to be a kid again.
I know, go back to school.
Yeah.
The only thing Isaiah loves more than the riot is himself.
Someone who probably still lives with his mother and hates himself.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
It's a fine morning to get to talk to Josh from the protest.
Yay.
Josh, good morning. Introduce yourself.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm Josh from the protest.
Very good. Very
Wonderful. I think he did better than you did
good. I
introducing
know.
him.
It was a test.
It was a test.
I didn't know if you were going to be prepared, and you did a great job.
Josh, are you doing well this
Thanks,
morning?
man. I'm doing well. I have not had much coffee yet, so I'll be doing better soon. But seeing you guys, I mean, that's all the coffee I really need.
That's
It's
right.
just,
We're full of energy, packed
absolutely.
with
Little slight
antioxidants.
Bitter aftertaste.
Yep, exactly.
Well, Josh, that's the perfect lead-in because we've been talking a lot about your new coffee that you guys have come out with.
Yeah, absolutely. So, totally random thing. I think the guys and I, being in a band and being on the road a lot, coffee becomes like a big deal. I never really drank coffee until I was in a band. And first it was like, gas station coffee. That was fine, Then it was like, well, now it has to be Starbucks. And now it has to be like ground and pressed and has to be from like a local place. It's like so just kind of a snob about it,
Yeah.
So we decided to try a coffee line with a great company down in Georgia called Caption Coffee, it's been doing really great, and I had some, and it's actually pretty good.
So are you allowed to, Josh, have any other coffee as a band, or can you only have your Death Star dark roast, and so you need to make more roasts, more different versions of it, or are you guys allowed to still sample other coffees?
Yes. We have not signed like a
Exclusive.
Yes. Yeah. So we're able to have other coffee for sure, which is good. But I will say the Death Star blend it's great.
If anybody asks why you're drinking another kind of coffee, you can just say it's research.
Oh.
Yeah. Trying to find other, more flavors to add possibly in the future. But no, we you know what? We got to get some, Nikki.
Yeah, we're up for it.
Some of the Death Stare blend.
This is Josh from the protest. Even though a blonde lighter roast would be nice in the future too for some of us.
Got you. Yeah. Well, I'd be happy to. We'll actually have some with us. I'd be happy to drop some by.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, you should. Oh, I had one other question about the coffee because I was intrigued by this. So when the company comes to you, do they give you like 5 or 6 possible blends?
That's a good question.
Or do you come to them and say, we like a vanilla note or something, sweet or really bitter or something?
Yeah.
Or how did that actually end up with you having then your own roast?
Sure. That's a great question. So this is a company that, as far as I know, I'm not sure if they've done any other artist partnerships. So this is really cool to be kind of the first in that market there. But yeah, so they kind of asked us like, we could be as specific or non as we wanted to. So they asked us like, like what kind of coffee do you guys like? What kind of, you know what I mean? So, we love coffee, but really only one of us is like a coffee expert. I'm not really an expert. I just like to drink good coffee. So we pretty much just said, we really like a dark roast. We really like, we sort of compared it to like, whatever that would be, like a Sumatra or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can just make stuff up. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you.
No one will check you on it.
They said it was like Guatemalan or something. I'm not really sure.
Yep. As long as it tastes good.
Josh, as long as you just say it with a confident tone, you're fine.
We will not fact check you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
This is Josh from the protest who knows all about coffee. He's the smart one.
So you guys talking about the coffee, I have to ask the last thing on the coffee is
mine was the last one.
No, I got another coffee question.
All right,
I want to know. This is the last
kid.
question. Before you have your own coffee, what was your go-to coffee?
Yeah. So me personally, I am a big mocha fan. So I would get, like a mocha with half the amount of the sweetener in it, because mochas are like super sweet. It's like chocolate coffee. So I get it with, man, I sound so lame. I get it with almond milk, half the pumps of sweetener, and an extra shot of espresso.
Oh, Josh,
So
nice. Well, that's the kind.
I'm one of those guys.
That's the type of coffee order that only an experienced coffee drinker would order. Though.
Yeah, I felt
that's good.
You could do a more robust drink than that, though, if you're taking away all the sweetness with it. But I guess that's okay. That one's good.
Yeah.
Now, Josh, tell us about you guys are out on the Gotta Rock 'em All tour.
That runs through this month.
All the posters and stuff, the signage, it's all Pokemon themed. Are you any of you big Pokemon fans, or is that just it's a cool name for a tour and it ties into Pokemon? How does that all add up?
Actually, you're about my age, aren't you?
Yeah,
probably.
I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I was in, 5th grade, whatever, Pokemon became huge, and I loved it then. I kept all my cards for whatever reason. And about 5 years ago, we really got back into it. Maybe we were just desperate for our childhood again or something, but we really got back into it, and we started trading again. And dude, I mean, it was insane. So it's something that we rarely buy cards anymore, but it's just something that's always kind of fond to us, and I still really like Pokemon and everything. So we we always try to come up with really interesting tour names. The last tour we did that we were headlining was the Mighty Morphin Spring Tour. So we just,
I do get a theme
really
here.
like to hit on that. Yeah. We like to hit on that that nostalgic thing going on right now.
So are you asking for fans to bring cards in, or are we trading at the shows, or is what it is?
I mean, if folks bring their cards, I will entertain some trades. I really will. I mean, I'm looking to upgrade. I'm looking to offload a couple. So, if you're hearing this, I guess bring out your cards. Let's just see what happens. I mean, no pressure.
Wouldn't it be great if every stop on the tour was a Pokestop?
Oh, I know. I thought that would be cool.
Yeah.
Or you just see people, some enjoying the concert, and then others just sitting off in the corner with binders open full of cards. Participate in the
it's
show,
a traveling
guys.
convention as well. Do you play the Pokemon theme song during the concerts?
Well, our intro is actually extremely Pokemon.
There you go. I guess spoiler alert, but
yes, and we are doing a cover, which I won't say yet, but it'll be a really fun cover. Also for people kind of our age, I think they'd get into it big time.
Well, I'm going to have to borrow someone's cards to bring because I don't have any of my own. So I'll have to find what I can get before then. This is Josh from the protest. Let's see. We talked about Death Stare Dark Roast. That's the protest new coffee.
Yep.
The Gotta Rock 'em All tour, which is going on this month. That'll be at the Logan Conference Center for RadioU Ohio, coming on the 19th. That's on a Sunday.
Yes.
So if you want details on that show, at radiou.com.
Is there anything else you need to share with us, Josh?
I love you guys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's been on my heart,
That's That's so
Well,
sweet.
we're always happy to hear that.
Yeah, we love you guys too, and we're super excited for the tour. And hopefully, you guys can come in. Or we're definitely we have to order the coffee because we need to try that
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Listen, are you guys in on the? That's a Sunday. Are you guys in?
We don't come in. We're not usually in on Sundays, but we might come for coffee.
Yeah, right.
So we'll have to set something up.
Well, we'll figure something out.
Okay, good.
And I think I know a guy. I think we could hook you up. So.
All right.
Can't wait to try
Good
it.
deal.
Well, we'll have you hang on, Josh, for 1 second. Don't forget radiou.com/Ohio for info on the Logan Conference Center show on March 19th.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
You just heard the worst of the worst. We'd give you the best of the best, but we'd have to find that. As soon as we do, you'll be the first to know.